Hi everyone, welcome to cycling fail number 1. Cyclists aren't immune from stupidity, just like any other road user. And this is one of the most stupid things you can do.
Yes, it's a palm up for us.
Yes, good. Whoa! Yeah.
Now the signal.
Now he does it.
The lack of rear observation is frightening. You're joining a live running lane. As a motorist, expect this to happen. This next clip was sent in to me by the cyclist filming, and they were less than happy when I actually gave them my honest opinion, and I didn't agree with them totally. The driving school vehicle that's just been overtook does seem to get a little triggered. But my viewer's riding was also terrible. Look how closely he's following the bus. He can't see anything beyond it. And this leads to a lack of planning on his position change. He only checks as he starts to move, yet the driving school vehicle has already taken up a good position.
Hey, learning driving school. Oh.
We've also got the footage from behind. If you're going to need to move around any parked vehicle, you need to do it much earlier than this. This is terrible cycling. But the driving school vehicle is not much better. I teach my students to expect this to happen and actually to try and do the observation for the cyclist. Think of what's going to happen and be able to react before they even know what to do themselves. This leads me in nicely to this next clip, which was sent in by John, and it's another slipstreaming cyclist. The last time I posted something like this, many people in the cycling community said there's nothing wrong with it. That's absolutely scary. I've just gone through the lack of planning aspect, but what else is a problem? Well, the stopping ability for one, but this then feeds back into planning, as the cyclist is only going to be reacting off the brake lights or the bus actually slowing down itself. And these points are going to be highlighted in a moment. But how much does this actually gain you when you're on your bike? If you're doing it to protect yourself from the wind so you can go faster further up, you've got it all wrong. Keep yourself back, pedal harder, and you'll be a lot fitter. The last most important thing I want to talk about is being hidden. If a vehicle turned right just behind the bus, they could easily take out the cyclist. Now, have a look at the cyclist's position. They have no clue the bus is going to stop at the bus stop and they're just going to dive out. What about the oncoming vehicle? Have they been able to adjust what they're going to do to drive around the car that's parking in to aid the cyclist? Well, the answer's obviously no. Luckily, it doesn't work out too bad this time. Cyclists need to pay special care when cars could be emerging in front of them. And what you'll need to do is adjust your speed and look at many different things. And this is exactly what this cyclist doesn't do. If your bike can't slow down as quick as a car, you can't ride as quick as a car. And when people illegally electrify their bikes, turning them into motorbikes, this makes it worse. What if a young child ran out from behind this van on the right? I've been asked to have a look at this video from toxic Twitter. The cyclist is riding at a good speed, easily able to stop if a kid ran out, but it's the van that turns in at the other end that we need to watch. Like I mentioned, the cyclist's speed is good. They've got plenty of time to give way here and allow the van to continue. Although the parked vehicles are on the opposite side of the road and the cyclist should, if possible, have priority, it's much more dangerous to force your way through and make the van reverse out. But that's the poor decision that they make. The van driver does the correct thing, sits still to assess. From where the driver is sat, it would be really dangerous to reverse back out onto the main road. Ironically, it would probably put cyclists and pedestrians more at danger, They've got no view through this side window. It was a poor, stubborn decision by the cyclist, but at least they fixed it. The van driver beckoned them to go on the pavement, and they oblige. So there's some good and bad in this clip. More awkwardness to try and prove a point. Sit back and enjoy. I'm not saying pavement parking isn't a problem. It is. But seriously. Just ride round, mate. Here's the same viewer, again, making a problem out of nothing. The private hire driver is picking someone up. Just ride round him, when it's safe. It's not a big deal. The lady even checked the other door. She may have been with a child, or even someone with a disability. I was even sent a screenshot saying the car did not have an MOT. Well, here's news for you, mate. Private hire vehicles don't have to. They're checked for roadworthiness in a different way. This is my little section of the video where cyclists fail to make themselves seen and therefore increase risk.
Some lights on your bike, you bonker.
How difficult was this guy to spot, even though you sort of knew it was coming? Although the cyclist has little idea on how to keep himself safe, I think my viewer should have done better. I think both of those road users were focused just on one thing rather than seeing the whole picture. Let me know what you think. In this clip, we're going to count the cyclist fails.
Join the Halfords Motoring Club for free and enjoy £35 worth of benefits, including £10 off your next MOT, leaving you a little more to spend on really important stuff.
What is this guy on the left doing?
Some of us exclude Northern Ireland. Visit halfords.com for details. Book your action-packed holiday now from ICLT. The urban book, the pressure bike. Again, brings the buckets. See you around the details. At Toronto, we're helping the nation to save money on their broadband. If you're out of contract with a Superfast fibre, you can save £338 on average by switching to TalkTalk. Just 24%.
I don't get that whatsoever.
And no setup fees. So switch now and save big. Search TalkTalk. TalkTalk for everyone.
That was a shame after a promising start as well. Any road user who picks and chooses what rules of the highway code they need to follow is a poor road user. End of story. And just to finish, and it doesn't affect anyone? Interesting. Maybe I'll ask my family member who killed a cyclist when the cyclist jumped a red light over 25 years ago. How do you think it's affected their life? With this final clip, we're going to see what we've learned. This cyclist is a little close to the bus, but not too bad. They stop pedalling. They don't quite position out early enough, but it's not too bad because of their speed. Could they have stopped if someone had walked out from behind that bus? I honestly don't think so. The pedestrian was okay, and they're taking a good position in the road. Well, they were. I would be more in the middle going past these bollards. They must have heard me. This is a good, commanding position. Cars shouldn't try and overtake if there's no room. Have any of you noticed how little this cyclist has looked round? This is a poor road user, and any motorist following should be well aware of these situations. And just to finish, a little word for my viewer. I've cut all your swearing and cursing out, but let's hope you've learnt something too. Keep safe everyone, and I hope to see you soon.
Retard man.